Well, viewers, I'm very pleased to welcome Amanda Ross. We're at this segment now where we're doing some interviews with riders, and we're delighted that we've been able to interrupt their schedule to be interviewed by Amanda Ross. And as this is part of our Rosehip sponsorship, my horse is on Rosehip, I'm on Rosehip, and my joints have never felt better. And this is a Rosehip quadrant here. So, Amanda, over to you.
Thanks, Rob. Well, yep, very happy to be at where we're here with Tim Boland and Alex Townsend, who are definite Rosehip Vital sponsored riders and advocates. So tell me, guys, about the horses that you have. We'll start with you, Tim. Who are you riding?
Okay, I've got two in the two-star, Amanda. Napoleon and Gauze Hill Star. They're in good shape so far. They're running 4th and 5th and on to cross-country tomorrow.
And which is their best phase so far? So are you glad to have the dressage over and done with, or is it something that they will always lead from?
Oh, Napoleon's a pretty good dressage horse. Gauze Hill Star went really well yesterday, so I was happy. But they're good jumpers. They're really solid two-star, ready to go three-star horses, so onwards.
Fantastic. And Alex, you're the owner and sort of manager and the woman behind the beautiful Wallaby Hill Equestrian Centre, which I saw the other day. So you must be quite pleased not to actually be running something this weekend and doing your own thing.
I'm very happy to be, watching somebody else do all the hard work. They're doing a fantastic job here, so it's wonderful to enjoy the fruits of somebody else's labours.
Very true. And about the ponies, you have two stars?
I too have two two-star horses, Halcyon Days, who's running 10th, and Mumbo Jumbo, who is possibly not the most expressive mover, and he is coming 16th, but he tries very hard.
We love a good try, absolutely. And tell me about your connection here with Rosehip Vital. What got you guys involved into this company, which seems to be making a big impact on the equestrian world?
Well, I know Tim's been involved for longer than I have, but I've actually been using the product for about a year now and have recently been invited to come on board as a sponsored rider, which is fantastic because I was like, oh, brilliant. From a personal perspective, I use it myself. All the Wallaby Hill hounds are on it because most of them are getting to the creaky age, and the horses, all the competition horses are on it. I find that since they've been on it, you can notice a few very marked changes in things like hoof growth, health of the skin, especially for my ginger pony who's a little bit sensitive, and I think it's a great aid for those creaky moments for them too, not just me.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice when it works for everyone. Yeah. And Tim, I know you have a pretty varied business with your pre-trainers as well, and you've been super successful as well as producing horse after horse after horse. How do you feel that it really helps your guys, in particular these two?
Well, I was first introduced to Rosehip by my vet, and we get introduced lots of different products and all the time, and most of them are just worth nothing. You know, you could be feeding a horse umpteen powders and pills and potions and lotions, but this made a difference really quite quickly. You know, I had a couple of older arthritic horses and just got them up and moving quicker. They've been on heaps of stuff previously, but I've just found Rosehip's a superior product, and I'm not just it's just an easy thing to roll off your tongue when you're a sponsored rider and say it, but I genuinely mean it. And we've got the same experience with our dogs too. We've got old Labradors, and the same thing, they're jumping around all over the place ever since they got on Rosehip. And if for some reason we run out, they suddenly revert to creaky and old again. So it's a terrific product, and more and more people are knowing about it and talking about it, and I can't rave highly enough about it.
Well, I do believe you because I know that you don't rave about things until, unless you really like them. So everybody that is a good advocate. And so for tomorrow's cross country, if you can tell me a couple of fences to watch out for on the two-star where people should have a look at.
Okay, I think it's a really lovely two-star course. Ewan's built a nice flowing course. I think early on there's a bounce, but I think he's left the door open by leaving a long route. They won't be very hard to nip around. So it's a very galloping course. So I think that'll be an influential fence. And then towards the end, there's some narrow arrowheads. And the Rose Garden always causes problems. There's an upright fence there, and it's towards the end on a tired horse. So I think that's that. I don't think there's any tricks. I think it's just a straightforward, it's a really lovely two-star course.
Okay, and Alex, what about you? Any tips or things to watch?
No, I'm like Tim. I agree with his synopsis. Obviously, the bounce will be a good question. The waters are always fun to watch. You never know who might get a dunking. Please, can it not be me? I think Tim's right. There's some really good galloping bits, and then towards the end, they bring in some narrow questions after quite a lot of galloping. So that should be something for riders to pay attention to. But other than that, it looks like a fantastic track, and I'm looking forward to getting out there.
Oh, very good to hear that. Well, thanks, guys, and enjoy your rosehip vital cross country and show jumping the next day. They should pull up really well for trot up on Monday morning.
Hope so. Thanks, Amanda.
Thank you very much.
Amanda,